Hello, my name is Dr. Jennifer Peavy, and welcome to the presentation on transformative teaching strategies. Today, we will explore methods that shift learning from traditional to student-centered approaches. Look at culturally responsive teaching. This is teaching that integrates students' cultural backgrounds, values, and lived experiences. Teaching that integrates their cultural backgrounds into lessons that actually gets them involved. Okay, it fosters inclusion. For an example, you could use like a community issue, cultural narratives, word problems, writing assignments. You can use all of this for a basis for these assignments. You need to involve different cultures, again, to get different perspectives. You have different opinions based on those perspectives of that cultural background. So it affirms identity, fosters inclusion, and makes learning relevant. It involves everyone. Inquiry-based learning. So students investigate open-ended questions or real-world problems rather than receiving all the answers from the teacher. It is best when students actually understand how they can use the information learned in real-world experiences. Why is it transformative? Well, it develops curiosity, autonomy, and critical thinking. An example, instead of lecturing on climate change, students design an action plan for reducing school waste. We look at project-based learning. What is it? Students work over an extended period of time to investigate and respond to complex questions or challenges. So why is it transformative? It encourages problem solving, collaboration, and a deep knowledge to transfer. An example would be to create a school garden to explore biology, sustainability, and community services simultaneously. So it encourages involvement, basically. It allows all students to be involved in the lesson. We looked at reflective practice and metacognition. Well, what is it? This encourages students to think about how they learn, why they make certain choices, and which strategies help them succeed. Why is it transformative? Well, it builds lifelong learning skills and self-awareness. Examples could include journaling about strategies used to solve a math problem and reflect on alternative approaches. We look at dialogic teaching. We ask ourselves, what is this? Well, it's lessons centered on dialogue, debate, and discussion rather than one-way delivery. Why is it transformative? It encourages active participation, critical thinking, and respect exchange of diverse viewpoints. Again, we look at those different perspectives. An example, well, if we look at the seminars or structured debates on ethical dilemmas in science, these could be examples of the dialogic teaching. Service learning. So we ask, what is service learning? We are going to integrate community service with academic learning objectives. Why is it transformative? We connect classroom content to social responsibility and civic engagement. Examples would be partnering with local food bank for statistics project analyzing food insecurity. This is just an example of a service learning way of teaching. Now let's look at differentiated instruction and universal design for learning. What is this? Designing lessons with multiple entry points, materials, and ways to demonstrate mastery. Students do not all learn the same. Therefore, we must teach in different ways in order to accommodate each student to meet their needs. Why is this transformative? It makes learning accessible to all students, including those with disabilities or diverse learning styles. Since students do not learn the same, we must, again, deliver different teaching methods. Examples could include offering students a choice to present their understanding. Okay, that could maybe be presented orally or through art or in writing. Trauma-informed teaching. What is it? Approaches that account for the impact of trauma on learning and behavior. Why is it transformative? It creates a safe, predictable, and supportive environments where all students can thrive. Remember, all students can thrive. Examples of building routines, offering choice, and using restorative practices rather than punitive discipline. Critical pedagogy. What is it? Teaching that encourages students to question systems of power. And we have to always use different ways when we teach. Again, so teaching that encourages students to question systems of power. Okay? Question systems of power. Now, let's look at this slide carefully. It pushes students to question power. We have to look at injustice, and we have to look at what influences our learning. So it empowers the students to see themselves as agents of change, and we also have to analyze news articles for bias and discussing how media representation affects public reception. Let's look at experiential learning. So what is it? So if we pause a second and we ask, what is experiential learning? This is learning through direct experience and reflection. Sometimes we have to experience something in order to learn it. Again, we do not all learn the same, so we must teach in various ways. We must teach through experience and allow students to reflect. Teachers themselves also must reflect on the way they are teaching. Why is this transformative? Well, we connect theory to practice and deepens understanding. To deepen our understanding. Examples would be field trips, internships, role play simulations, and makerspace challenges. This connects theory to practice through direct experiences like field trips, simulations, or maker challenges. So reflection afterwards helps deepen our understanding. Again, it helps deepen our understanding. These strategies are supported by research from various research articles here and authors. The references provide further study on transformative teaching approaches. Thank you for listening to this presentation on transformative teaching strategies. I hope these ideas inspire your own classroom practice. Thank you.